What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is a big video.
It is a very big video.
It's a kahuna size video. This is the first episode of The Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings Amazon show that reportedly cost $1 billion. And
what?
People online are mad about, but people online are hoping it's good. And
people have opinions, and I bet ours will piss off at least somebody.
But can I tell you something fun about our opinions?
What?
We don't know what they are yet because we wait until we see something to form an opinion about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that novel?
Wow.
Someone's already mad at us for the way that I said that. But like, come on.
I know.
I've read so much crap in the last week that's like, this show is guaranteed to be bad. And I'm like, you haven't seen it.
You cannot know this.
And look, we've been pretty harsh on the trailers. I think we've been fairly critical of the trailers.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've been really pretty. And they've been, like, look at how many locations and people are in our show. And I don't know who I'm supposed to care about or why or what, like, the plot is going to be.
Yeah.
And
so now we have the show to figure that out.
But I'm going into this going, look, like, the show can do that.
Yeah, that's what the show's job is.
Leaving behind how the trailers made me feel, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yes, sure.
If you want to watch our full reaction to the entire thing, where you, like, log in and, like, set up your thing next to it with the time code and all that, go over to Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdynightly. That's going to be the best place for you to watch our full reaction. You can join us over there. It's a good time. If you don't want to watch the full thing, don't.
No,
I don't know what to tell you.
You can stay here.
It's your life. Spend it how you want. Are we going right into it?
I'm sure we're going to get a poem.
Nothing is evil in the beginning. And there was a time when the world was so young.
Are we watching a child be bullied right now?
But even then, there was light.
Even elves throw paper planes.
Even you couldn't possibly believe their old scrap will float.
It's not going to float. It's going to sail.
Oh.
I was like, is it just gonna...
That's pretty cool.
Stop! Stop, don't! Stop!
God, kids are the worst.
Yeah, they are. I was right. We're watching a kid be bullied.
Yeah.
I told you it wouldn't float. Get off me!
Lose your footing again.
Let's go. Galadriel's brother is really hot.
I know. He looks kind of
so
like...
handsome.
It was a good ship, sister.
Yeah,
I made it just as you taught me. But sometimes the lights shine just as brightly reflected in the water as they do in the sky.
That blink. But...
How am I to know which lights to follow?
She's getting too smart too fast.
Yeah, can't deal with it.
She's like 400 here, right?
I actually don't know how fast elves mature.
But that seems so simple.
The most important truths often are.
Wait, did you just whisper her something that we don't get to hear? Why?
Because it'll come back in, like, episode 7.
One time, my brother whispered this to me in the middle of a conversation I hope the audience remembers.
We had no word for death, for we thought our joys would be unending.
Spoiler alert.
So he's about to die.
We thought our light would never dim.
Yo, that actually looked really good.
So when the great foe Morgoth destroyed the very light of our home,
The shadow in the sky looked more like Sauron than Morgoth, but
I mean, Sauron serves... Yeah.
Wow.
So this has to be the end of the first...
we left Valinor, our home, and journeyed to a distant realm.
Wait,
Place known as Middle Earth.
what? Wait, what? What is happening?
The Nazgul took out the giant eagle.
It looks very expensive.
Does look very expensive, but aren't orcs...
I think we're gonna have to
But
not
the
think
war
about it.
left Middle Earth
Yo.
ruined.
Wow, that is stunning.
In the end, Morgoth would be defeated. But not before much sorrow, multiplying ever greater under the command of his most devoted servant.
Hey!
It's your boy!
Sorcerer. They called him Sauron. My brother vowed to seek him out. His vow became mine.
God, this reminds me of high school.
What?
Ice coming? I mean, we had like boots for it, but yeah, my friends and I would do this.
I hate all of this.
Oh, really? It's super fun.
I just wouldn't trust it because in every media that I've watched this happen in, somebody falls and dies.
Yeah, that's fair. They're not Canadians, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're a hardy stock Canadians.
The elves are not Canadian.
We're like tall hobbits. We kind of are. We're kind. We like to like drink and stay home.
We like food.
This company has followed you to the very edge of the world. But none who ever dared search for this last stronghold has ever found anything. How long can living flesh endure where even sunlight fears to tread?
What is happening?
She's hunting Sauron.
Okay, but if Sauron was doing such a good job in multiplying, what stopped that?
I'm assuming they got really good at fighting.
Then why didn't that make it into the long monologue? The monologue set it up that there were going to be orcs everywhere, and now the orcs are just gone?
We keep moving! Galadriel! Stop!
She's gonna leave them there?
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
We are there.
That's pretty cool.
This place is so evil, our torches give off no warmth.
Well, that's pretty evil.
How can you be certain?
It's colder than the rest.
I can punch that wall.
Bring it down.
What devilry is this?
Chains?
Some dark sorcery of old.
Okay.
Whatever happened here was long ago.
What do your elf eyes see?
Water.
What? Hot.
Wow.
Even stone cannot hide the mark of one whose very hand is flame unquenched.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Here. Sauron was here. Tell the others to rest while they can.
That's what the symbol means. Sauron was here.
Further north?
This mark was left as a trail for orcs to follow.
Hey, it's the ice monster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's frozen. But also looks great.
Yeah. Well.
Wow.
There goes half of them.
This is really well done. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
She booped him.
She booped him.
We should never have come in.
The other elves are like,
We leave.
I guess we didn't need to be here.
We march at first light.
I was about to be like, running up a sword. I mean, that's like a strange thing. But then I realized
Mutiny. Ooh.
Then you shall do so alone.
But I was like, you know what? Legolas rode a shield as a skateboard.
He
so
did.
It's like... I mean, she took care of that herself. She doesn't need them, really.
Well, no, she needs someone's sword to run up.
That's true.
His shoulder strength to hold the sword at that angle while she was running up it is actually very impressive.
Well done. We should try it, you and I.
No. Our swords would break. Rovanyan.
We don't have that elvish smithing. I think
those are the Harfoots, right?
Maybe. Why do they have moose antlers?
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. In terms of an opening to a show, that didn't make a lot of sense.
You think it's the least bit strange?
World's strange. If I let a pitch kettle me, I'd never get off me bar stool.
Oi, oi! Harfoot.
Don't care to be seen none, but if you do, watch yourself. Dangerous creatures they are.
That's funny.
Let's just get to the lake before sundown.
That's a good bit.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was fun. I like that. I love the baby's like, oh, okay, I can cry now.
Yeah.
They train from a young age.
They've got this down to an art.
Seriously. They must run drills.
Mm-hmm. Like fire drills?
Yeah, except it doesn't end up with the, like, female volleyball team outside in their towels in the middle of winter in Canada.
Yeah.
If we didn't do everything we weren't supposed to do, we'd hardly do anything at all.
Sounds like some Hobbit wisdom right there.
Yeah. Harfoot's wisdom.
Same thing.
No, they're not.
Give them 3,000 years, they're the same thing.
Okay, well.
Enchanting.
That was cute. See, this I get.
Yeah.
When they're all excited about mushrooms in Fellowship, I'm like, it's mushrooms,
mushrooms?
who cares? But blackberries?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine
Something in the mud.
a blackberry the size of like an apple?
What is it?
I would love that.
It looks like a footsie.
Just a dog. You know how dogs love berries.
That's a nope.
No.
Okay.
Right.
At last.
Yes, it's almost as if I didn't wish to be found.
Your friend has arrived.
She's here. Why didn't you say so?
I want to know when the elf, like, fashion changed for men.
Mm-hmm.
So they all grew their hair out.
Yeah.
Was
That's
like
gonna be like a
the
plot point
third
in this
age?
season.
Yeah. They're all
There's gonna be a lute player who has long hair, and all the women are like, "Oh, I like long hair,"
wow,
and so all the men are gonna go.
That's a good look.
Oh, she's back, I guess.
Galadriel.
Yeah. After
Elrond.
failing her mission.
Lindon.
I am not some courtier to be placated by idle flattery. I demand to speak with the king directly.
You have made that plain. So I will be equally plain.
In an act of magnanimity, he has chosen to honor your accomplishments, rather than dwell upon your insolence. Test him again. You may find him less receptive than you might have hoped.
They've done something really interesting with her makeup, with her eye makeup, to, like, emphasize the shape of her eye. It's really cool.
They have done something interesting with her makeup. I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I'm kind of bored. Mostly because I don't have context for, like, anything.
I don't have anything to really care that much about.
Like, if Sauron is so far gone...
You went to the old farm again.
I was careful.
But the children might not be.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
here before the harvest. Or wolves.
Escargot.
Wonder if there's trouble down south.
And what concern is that of yours, Eleanor Brandyfoot?
If it drives hunters north, it's her.
Or big dogs.
How far the river flows, or where the sparrows learn the new songs they sing in spring.
That's a good line.
I can't help but feel there's wonders in this world, beyond our wandering.
Nobody goes off trail and nobody walks alone. We have each other.
Hell
We're
yeah.
safe.
For like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So far, this is the more interesting part and the part that I actually care about, and it's all new characters. Like, it's nothing...
I think it's
all
'cause-
new.
I think it's because I don't have expectations for it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Most valiant of warriors, kneel here before us. Victorious.
Oh, he's long hair.
Though Morgoth fell an age ago, some feared a new evil might arise from his shadow. Bring rain over the bones of a spoilt carcass. Our days of peace begin.
Don't say it. Don't say it, girl. Don't say it. She's gonna say it. Oh, okay. That was a very West Wing moment. With Josh off the side mouthing the words to the speech that he wrote for the president.
These heroes shall be granted an honor unrivaled in all our lore. They will be escorted to the Grey Havens, the undying lands of Valinor.
Never understood why the elves all just don't be like, bye. Like, why it takes them until, like, the third age.
The opening thing, though, kind of insinuated that Valinor had, like, burned, and so they fled to Middle-earth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they made it look like it, like, fell into the sea.
I'm just confused by this. It's a beautiful monument.
Yeah,
That's really
this
cool.
is stunning. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the visuals on the show are they're amazing,
Yeah.
right? I do wish we'd seen this in theaters.
I do not feel victorious.
You deserve the honors of this day. Your brother would be proud.
He looks very upset in that carving. He's like,
The evil is gone.
Then why is it not gone from in here?
After all you have endured.
Because you don't have a therapist.
yeah.
But you have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
But
It'd be cool if we understood what she was referencing.
yeah.
If you are wrong,
I'm not
If you are wrong, will you lead more elves to die in far-off lands? How many more statues would you add to this path?
Evil also wins if you can't find peace. Like,
Yeah.
if you keep hunting, yeah.
Without it, what might be?
What you have always been. My friend.
My mother-in-law.
Well.
Not yet, but soon.
It's also interesting that, like, when Sauron fled and was the necromancer, that Galadriel didn't have any inkling of...
I don't know that this show is going to make sense with what we know about the world. And so I think we're just going to have to enjoy it for what it is.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to match up with the movies, is what I'm saying.
No.
His eye was lazy, hers overactive, if you take my meaning.
I don't know what that means.
And the poisoning?
What poisoning?
The one we were just discussing.
No.
Oh, let it go, knife ears. The lot you lump us in with died off 1,000 years ago.
His breastplate is really cool.
Easy, lad. Quench the fire.
Come on, lad.
Will there be anything else then?
That's the most bartender moment. So, sure you don't want to buy a drink? You want a tip? 20%? Ooh la la.
What?
A little Tylenol. I don't know.
Halfring seeds. I've not seen this flower since I was a child.
We crush the petals to form a cell.
You crush them.
Gently.
For beauty has great power to heal the soul.
Galadriel needs to look at some great art then.
Yeah.
Until next time, then.
He knows.
I think you talk too much. And you smell of rotten leaves. No, I don't. Yes, you do.
Maybe don't gaslight your friend.
And be grateful that you need never see them again.
Elves be racist.
It feels very like White Cloak. Like 7 generations if your mom's a dark friend or whatever the heck it is. I'm like, guys, this was a while ago.
This is a very strange pilot.
Yeah, it is.
It feels like I'm watching the end of Return of the King. You know what I mean? Like it's the after of something.
Yeah.
And so it's trying to introduce all these characters in like the end of a story.
Yeah.
What's one of them doing here?
It's just also a lot. It's a lot of like characters and places.
Yeah.
Heard you were leaving. Where's the rest of your company?
Most likely searching for me.
This is the first place they would look.
Mother! There's a man here for you.
She's got some sort of a sickness.
What manner of sickness?
Where's she been grazing?
She wandered east a few days ago. Think she might have ate something.
Oh!
Squirted out of it.
How far east?
She might have made it as far as Horden.
I did not like that.
I didn't either.
Where are you going?
Horden's a day's journey. If I leave now, I can reach it by dusk.
I'm going with you.
What?
Why?
Why? You're a healer. My son is in here. Like.
Watch it!
He's dead.
Yeah. That's gonna be what's poisoning the ground. That kills. Sauron see him now?
It's not a Palantir, so I don't think so, but...
That just was very much visually like the shot of when Frodo puts the ring on.
Yeah.
Do they have to stand there holding their swords like that the whole time?
She has passed beyond my sight. Galadriel was so certain her search should continue.
Galadriel sails to the sunset. You and I must look to the new sunrise. And we've decided that you will be working with him.
But I'll allow you to explain the details, Lord Celebrimbor.
Hey! That was actually, like, a cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
They're lying. It's interesting.
Almost like they're watching for something.
Watching?
If you don't mind your own cartwheels.
What is it? What do you see up there?
Eleanor Brandyfoot with your father's nose. Are you quite certain you're not part squirrel?
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
The skies are strange.
Trailer shot.
Yeah.
Strange how?
All right, have that grace.
On my way.
Doing these reactions is more comfortable in our gaming chairs.
Yeah. Not having any back support is.
I know.
Oh, Jenna.
Okay. Either use the map to show we're going to a different place or don't. But this, like, sometimes using the map and sometimes not is... I don't love it. Because it feels like we're jumping around, but sometimes we're not, and sometimes we... Beautiful. Whoa.
Yeah. Is she like gonna jump out of the boat and swim, or?
Sometimes we cannot know till we have touched the darkness.
Is she supposed to swim across the ocean?
Wait, can you only see it if you're in the boat?
The clouds closed up.
I don't think that moment was supposed to be funny, but it was very funny to me.
He's back.
Is there anything, like, is there any, like, post-credit scene? No. Okay.
Cool.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like, as a pilot episode, like, if you told me this was the end of season 2 and they were, like, heading into season 3,
yeah,
I would get this as an episode. Like,
yeah.
Because it's not that I think it's a poorly structured episode of television.
It's a poorly structured pilot.
I don't understand anything.
No.
Because in the opening sequence, they burned the tree in Valinor. They make it seem like the elves fled Valinor to Middle-earth, which isn't what happened. But I'm going to, for the rest of this conversation, let's shunt aside what we've read.
Yeah.
And let's go straight on what the show presents, right?
Yes.
Because that's all we can do. This show presented as it is. They fled to Middle-earth.
Mm-hmm.
They fought this epic war against Morgoth.
Yeah.
But his main enemy was Sauron. And the orcs multiplied.
His main enemy?
No. His main general was Sauron.
His general was Sauron.
So then the orcs multiplied, but then they're... no. And then Sauron kills Galadriel's brother. And then sometime after Galadriel's brother dies...
The orcs started running away.
They beat Sauron?
They didn't beat Sauron specifically, but they started, like, driving back his forces, I guess. They got good at their jobs. I don't know.
You have this... The monologue at the beginning of this episode is so long, and it didn't explain anything that was relevant to the show. It was just, like, random backstory stuff that is both not Tolkien lore, which I said I was going to forget about, but it's both not Tolkien lore and also not very helpful in setting up where our characters are at. And so if you're not going to be either of those things, I don't really understand. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And all of the acting is just so expository, but it's about exposition where I feel like I'm missing step 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everything feels like it's like, here's sentence 2. And I think that that's my problem. I feel like this whole episode was like sentence 2 in a story where I never really got sentence 1.
Yeah, and it's especially hard when you are creating in a world that already exists and that is already so researched and written and like explored, right? And so when you're choosing to do something different, that's fine. Like, different can be good.
Mm-hmm.
I was never like, this needs to follow all of the things that I know about Lord of the Rings to be good. It's not that. It's just that when it's not the thing that you know, but you can't follow the thing that they're trying to tell you, it's very ambiguous. And I that was fine. It was pretty.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get on board with Galadriel. Galadriel is ostensibly our main character.
Yeah.
And it's tough to get on board with her because she's just fighting to fight, but she's not fighting anything. She's chasing a fight that doesn't seem to exist. And so the people around her are like, we're kind of just doing stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but we have to keep just doing
just
stuff.
Walking, just keeping on walking.
Elrond, weirdly, Elrond is the only character in this entire episode where I was like, I understood him from beginning to end.
Yeah,
Elrond's he totally makes sense as a character. He's willing to lie to his friend. Like, the portrayal of Elrond in this is my favorite part of the show right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I want to like the Harfoots because I like them as characters. I don't... Okay, yeah, they picked blueberries.
Blackberries.
But like the plot of this episode is that someone walked by and they were like, uh-oh. And then the kids went and picked blackberries. A wolf saw them do that.
Well, wolf, that was some weird creature.
Some like ancient, like probably like if they're the proto hobbits, it's probably like the proto warg. And then it watched them pick the blackberries and then they went home.
Yeah.
And one of them is named Nori, which is so weird because there's a dwarf in The Hobbit named Nori, and I don't know why you would name a character after a famous character from another part of the lore.
Yeah.
No, but if you're creating a character who does not exist in the books, don't name it after a character that just was in a movie. That's a different race and species. You know what I mean? Like, why is she Nori? There are so many possible names, and you went with one of the dwarves from The Hobbit?
Yeah. I don't...
There is a dwarf named Nori in The Hobbit, right? I'm not crazy.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So then we go over to the I don't know what his name is in the show. The elf, the Lindon elf, who's got the hots for a lady, and there's poison. Like, honestly, they should have started with that. If this whole show had started with this elf and this woman fleeing from the other elves because he's in love with her, and then they found the town burning.
Yeah.
That I think that might have been more interesting.
Yeah.
But like,
they kind of went like way too big for episode 1. Like, I get it. You're trying to live up to this thing, but
way too big. In the sense of like it's too many places, which is weird because they use the map sometimes to say we're in a different place, but then other times they don't use the map, which I know I said in the reaction, but that really bugged me.
Yeah.
But they went so big, but then there's one fight with a frost troll that Galadriel solos so handily.
Yeah.
And I get it. She's an ancient warrior, like whatever. She's really good at her job.
Yeah, she's a general.
But there were no stakes in that fight because she got into it and it was over.
Yeah.
And that's the only action in this entire thing. And other than that, it's just like, here's a character, here's a character, here's a character, here's a place, here's a place. And this is the problem we said in the trailers. Was like, okay, but like, what am I following?
Yeah. What am I caring about?
And then Galadriel swims back to Middle-earth across the entire ocean? And
the thing about them going into the light was, I'm assuming, supposed to be metaphorical, but like, I don't know.
But it especially doesn't work because the opening of this made it seem like Valinor was gone.
Yeah.
Which is not how it is.
Yeah, no, they made it seem like everything went to shit and they had to flee.
I also have no idea when this happens.
This is supposed to be...
Like, I'm assuming this is pre-Fall of Numenor?
I don't know if the Numenorians... We haven't met any Numenorians yet.
Wait, but the humans haven't crossed over to Middle-earth yet, right? So, wait, Or that the Numenorians haven't crossed over Middle-earth yet.
Humans
So Gondor doesn't exist.
They have set up that humans existed and sided with Morgoth.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Numenorians haven't crossed from Numenor yet, right? I'm assuming.
We haven't seen them.
In terms of a pilot, I thought that this episode would be like real easy to follow. And it just isn't. And I'm so confused by that.
Yeah.
Because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So far, there's not an actor on the show I dislike. I think they're all doing this, like, in terms of delivering the script that they're given. I think everyone's doing their job. The chemistry that they want to have was immediately clear to me in all of their performances.
Yeah.
The tensions between characters immediately performance, like those things that aren't like said words, but are just like the way that they appear on screen together. I got that, right?
Yes.
There's a little bit too much romantic chemistry between Elrond and Galadriel in that one like face touching scene.
I didn't honestly feel like that was super romantic. I know that.
Okay.
I know that is like a thing. Like they have like a bit of a history that like people are, we don't know if that's gonna come up or not. But I actually didn't feel like that was super romantic.
Okay, that's fine.
I
think the acting's good. I think the visuals are great. I think the action with the frost troll looked good. It was dark, but it looked good. And I think that the story is impenetrable a little bit.
I don't really know what I just watched. Like, I feel like I need to like try it again. But the problem with that is I think if I watched it again, I wouldn't get anything else out of it. Like, you know how you go see a movie like Doctor Strange 2?
Yeah.
And you pick up on a lot of things that maybe you didn't the first time, or like the Batman movie, the new Batman. Right there, it's like dense. This didn't feel dense. Like I was like missing things. It felt like the things were not there. Like I don't actually think I would catch on to any more if I watched it again.
It doesn't feel structured like a television episode. I think is what I'm ultimately getting to in my brain right now, is that I wish that I understand why they dropped 2 episodes, because I'm really hoping the second episode sets up what the show is.
Yeah, helps us along a little bit. That would be very nice. Yes.
And also, Sauron is gone, but he comes back as a comet, which immediately starts killing trees in wherever the elves live.
I mean, that's pretty sus. Yeah.
But I just, like, they're like, all right, the fight is over. And then as soon as he's like, the fight is over, no, it's not.
Sauron was like,
God damn
they
it.
said it. They
I
said
shouldn't
the thing.
have sent Galadriel to the Undying Lands. But also, now, here's my problem with it. Now you've sent off the elves to the Undying Lands.
Uh-huh.
The ones that were fighting Sauron.
I mean, all like 8 of them.
But the ones who put their blade down on Galadriel, right? Who didn't follow her. And they're gone now.
Yeah.
So we never get to see what the next step in the relationships between her and those characters is, because they're gone.
Yeah. They were.
Why would you introduce a tension with her and her like generals, and then get them out of the show immediately when she could now have this moment where she has to go back into battle with them?
Yeah.
But there's this tension of, are you going to follow me this time?
Yeah.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But now, when we go back into fight with her, she's gonna we're gonna have to introduce more people to fight by her side, because we just got rid of all the people that we just introduced.
Yeah, it's also like weird. Like, where was Sauron? Like, he was like chilling like on the moon, and just like fell. Like,
I'm assuming they're gonna say he was like with the Einar, right?
He's.
But isn't that how the wizards come to Middle Earth? In the stories, don't they fall as comets? Isn't that a thing? Isn't that how Gandalf comes to Middle Earth?
I don't remember. There is an episode of The Broken Sword about all the wizards.
I thought that was how they came down. So I think they're trying to imply that like he's the necromancer. He's like the dark.
He
Gandalf?
came from like the gods, because the Mire was sent. I don't know. We don't know what this is actually pulling from, and
if
what
that's
this is
even
making
Sauron.
up.
Because that does not look like the emo boy from that one
that
shot
has
that everyone was giving shit for, that I thought actually looked really good.
No, it has to be. What else would that possibly be?
Gandalf.
No.
Can you imagine?
Ian McKellen in the crater.
People would be so mad.
But it was so weird that the comet came when they were parting the veil from the Undying Lands? Like, was he hiding there?
I really want to like this show.
Me too. Like,
and
really bad.
And look, here's the thing. I'm going to watch all of it. And so if it's just like a kind of funky pilot and the rest of the show really works for me, that'll be awesome.
That'll be great.
People who left the fan screening said that it really works. So I wonder if it's because they didn't have a chance to stop here.
And they got episode 2 immediately.
They got it all as one chunk. And so maybe we just need to watch episode 2 and it will fill in the gap that I'm missing from episode 1. But I'm missing something right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like not I'm a little upset, which is dumb, but like I'm sitting here kind of like, why this?
All right. Yeah, I do.
Like why did you choose to tell the story this way?
I don't know yet.
It would have been more interesting if we had just spent more time with her brother and like he had died in the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
Like they could have done a million things to make this feel like a pilot, and instead it just felt like a bunch of information haphazardly strewn together, sometimes with a map to kind of help you know where things are, even though things have slightly different names than they will in Lord of the Rings, so the map isn't very helpful because it didn't show them moving around the map.
Yeah.
The map is just like a name.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that was a good pilot.
No.
And we're usually known as the positive people. So, like, I know that this is going to be taken a lot of ways by a lot of different kinds of fans. But, like, when your pilot functions like this...
Yeah.
Some of those fans... Some of the negativity is not going to be unwarranted, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like, you know, and this is why we waited to say, you know, we're not... I don't know.
Oh, I went in open heart on this.
Yeah. The trailers we didn't love, but we were like excited about it. We're like here for it, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, hopefully, I'm on board next episode.
Why wouldn't you make it more exciting?
I don't.
They're not telling a story that is written,
It felt
so they can do
like-
anything. They can do anything they want.
Yeah.
And they went with kind of boring.
Yeah, it felt like very. What's the word? Like, it felt almost like a biography, but not like super interesting.
It felt like what I was worried House of the Dragon was going to be.
Yeah.
Because the book Fire and Blood that House of the Dragon is based on
It's like a textbook.
Yeah, but it's like a maester writing down the story as he heard it. And so I was going into that show being like, oh God, like, are we just going to get like sort of a like weird textbooky kind of TV show?
Yeah.
And what's so strange is that House of the Dragon is so well adapted to be boom, television show. The opening of that show with the council, the opening feels so huge. You immediately understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's very personal.
Yeah.
To the main characters. And then the episode's exciting. You get dragons right away. We did kind of get that, but it was over a monologue and it wasn't related to our main character.
Yeah.
The shot of the dragons was really cool, but it was there and it didn't matter. It was like this happened. Yeah, the
Nazgul?
The Nazgul
and the Eagles.
And the Eagles, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was like a quick shot and it was just, you know, I think that what House of the Dragon did so well.
It didn't matter.
Is it introduced a few characters, it introduced tension, it introduced like the people.
Yeah.
And this introduced the places.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of places. I don't know. I don't know. I'm more confused than I am anything else.
Didn't work for us. So hopefully.
I
don't know.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about it?
No.
We should just watch the second episode. If you want to watch the second episode with us, that video is going to go live tomorrow. So come back and find out if the second episode won us back over. God, I hope it does.
Me too. Me too. Because here's the thing, like, we're not here to piss anybody off.
No, we're here to be honest. Yeah. When have we have never lied in one of our YouTube videos. This is what we do. We sit here and we tell you exactly how we feel.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like if the Lord of the Rings never hires me, okay. They weren't I didn't get an audition anyway, you know what I mean? Like, but
they're not filming in Canada.
I'm going to be completely honest about how I feel. That was a very strange pilot.
Sure was.
And you could have done anything. Literally whatever you wanted. You had all the money in the world. And that's what they made. And like, if the second episode is super exciting and action-packed, I'm going to be even more confused. Because my question will be, why did you not put it in the pilot?
Yeah.
When this show, because I know there's going to be big action sequences, I know there's going to be that stuff. Every time I see that, I'm going to be like, why did you save this for episode 4? Like, you need people on board. My mom's not going to understand anything that she just watched.
Yeah.
Like, this is so dense for a modern, for a non Lord of the Rings fan audience.
And we're Lord of the Rings fans audience, and we're like, what?
I will literally watch anything with wizards and witches in it. Literally, and trust me, if there's a weird Netflix show that you're like, I've seen it. But I acknowledge that this show is the most expensive show ever made. It is so expensive that Amazon is saying that they are going to put the streaming future of Prime Video on the back of this show. And you're telling me you couldn't make your pilot exciting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless I think the Frost Troll scene was exciting, but like, Peter Jackson did that fully lit 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't have to hide it in darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like a fight scene out of the first Pacific Rim movie, but without scope. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I feel like I'm just being mean at this point, but like, I'm really baffled. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, I think we need to watch episode 2 and see what that does for the pilots, because they were released together, and maybe that is on purpose. So.
Yeah. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This time it's Galadriel, and she just swam across the entire ocean.
So she's gonna need some food.
She's hungry.
Yeah.
She needs some mean comments. If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
And as always, y'all, do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.
Bye.